So I had a great time putting the Procharger on my Jeep with my dad. I put in the fuel injectors and some high-performance spark plugs on a Monday, and on a Tuesday, my dad and I started on the install of the Supercharger. Everything went great with the install. We worked on the install from 8:30 in the morning until 10:30 at night. When it was time to start the Jeep up for the first time, we had a major problem. It ran rough.
No, God! No, God, please, no! No! No!
I could smell gas. The Jeep could barely stay on. I was distraught. We worked so hard on this thing, and it wasn't running right. My dad and I talked it over briefly, and we were thinking maybe it was the fuel injectors not seated right. So the next day, I took the manifold plenum off again and reseated the fuel injectors. I put everything back together and started up the truck, and still the same thing. I called Procharger to help me figure out what was wrong. They told me to email the tuning department and tell them the issues I was having. I emailed the tuning department, telling them that I could smell gas and some smoke was coming out the back of the Jeep. I asked if it could possibly be the tune that they sent me. I was told to check for any vehicle codes, and they wanted me to send the tune file to make sure that the tune was loaded correctly. As I was gathering the data for them, I was looking at the picture in the install book of the map sensor. I saw that the harness connectors were placed backwards. Thanks, Dad! I thought this may be it. So I flipped the connectors and started the Jeep up and still got the same issue. The Jeep still ran rough with barely any RPMs. So I emailed the Procharger tuning department again, and I told them that I had the harness flipped around and the OBD2 code I was getting was manifold absolute pressure, barometric pressure circuit high. The next step the tuning department wanted me to do was to do an engine on, engine off log. So I went and did that and sent the log back to Procharger. I got an email saying that it was the map sensor, so at least we got it narrowed down to that. We emailed back and forth of what could be wrong with the map sensor, but nothing was fixing the issue. So I just sat there with my manual trying to figure out what could be wrong with the map sensor. I got to looking really close and I saw how far the map sensor adapter plug was pushed in, and I saw that it was pushed in really far. This had to be it. I went out to the Jeep and narrowed in on the plug. I really had to muscle in the adapter plug, but sure enough, it clicked together. This had to be it. I waited to start the Jeep up because it was 5 o'clock in the morning, and I didn't want to wake the neighbors up or my wife by opening up the garage door and starting the Jeep up. I waited until 7:30 in the morning because I couldn't wait any longer. I went out to the Jeep and started it up. It ran rough for a few seconds, but the engine started evening out and the RPMs was starting to increase to a normal level. I got out of the truck and it was smoking like a freight train. Slowly but surely, the smoke started to dissipate and the truck was purring like a kitten. It was finally working. I took the Jeep around the neighborhood, then down the street, then finally down the highway just to make sure that everything was running right, and it was. I made sure to email Procharger to tell them that everything was working great, and I told them about the map sensor harness adapter not being pushed in all the way. So my advice to you is if you install a Procharger or any other supercharger on your vehicle, make sure to look at the picture closely and don't skip steps. Thanks for watching. If you like my videos, please give a like and maybe even hit the subscribe button. See ya!